everybody. Welcome to this week's video. I'm talking to you from Israel. Wow, beautiful city of Jerusalem. We spent today in the shuk in the market. And this evening we're going to go to the Kotel, the Western Wall through the old city, and for the evening services. We also visited the Mayanot World Center, which is a beautiful building for the yeshiva of Mayanot, which is really geared to students that have not yet had the opportunity to study. They didn't go to a Jewish day school, a Jewish high school, and now they want to study some Torah. Beautiful facility. If this is something you'd like to do, let me know. Absolutely fantastic program. It's really great to see the center there. But let me share with you what happened yesterday. So yesterday we visited Sderot. Sderot is a city very close to the Gaza border. In the last 22 years, they've been hit with 23,000 rockets, something like that. Crazy numbers. And sadly, it's become just a way of life over there that they have about 9 or 12 seconds to find a safe room when the siren goes off. Anyway, we met with the rabbi there from the Chabad, Rabbi Pizim. They do tremendous work. It was really a delight to see what's going on over there and the amount of that they give to the community. We also met with a Sephardic rabbi named Herzl Shaubi. And I want to share with you the story that he told, because to be honest with you, it's really a fantastic story. It's a sad story. It happens on October 7th, but it's something really powerful. The lesson is really amazing. So Herzl Shaubi, the rabbi of one of the synagogues there, tells the following story. October 7th, he woke up early and he headed to the synagogue. It's Simchat Torah. They need to dance and celebrate. And so he goes to the synagogue and he hears some shooting, but in this part of the world, maybe not so unusual, doesn't pay that much attention to it, and he heads to the synagogue. Quickly goes around and he hears that the shooting getting a little closer, starts to get a little afraid, and he starts running towards the synagogue. He realizes, maybe it's unsafe. As he's approaching the synagogue, he gets shot in the back by one of the terrorists on October 7th. The bullet goes through his body and comes out of his chest, miraculously missing his major organs like his heart and lungs. It did break 3 of his ribs or something. Anyway, he goes to the synagogue. If you're familiar with what happened in Sderot on October 7th, the terrorists had burned ambulances and had taken over the police station. I mentioned in a previous video on my WhatsApp status. And they tried to call an ambulance, and no ambulances were able to come. And here he is, bleeding, unknown what to do. And he thinks he's going to die. And he starts sitting there and he's going to pray. Meanwhile, everyone else had gotten word, I guess, as time progressed, don't leave your home. So nobody's showing up to the synagogue. And he's there in severe danger of his life. Happened to be that he left his car there before Shabbat. But he could not drive his car. Anyway, after about a little while, in walks a fellow. And he sees the rabbi there. And he's like, crazy? Rabbi, do you have your car here? He says, yes. My keys are in the locker. Go and take me to the hospital. Gets him in the car, rushes him to the hospital, saves his life. And then Rabbi Shaubi tells us the next part of the story. He says that many months earlier, there was a fellow in his synagogue who was a little bit problematic. He was a bit of an alcoholic and would always rub people the wrong way. And it was very frustrating as a rabbi to deal with this fellow. But after, recently the rabbi had said, maybe I should approach him with more love, more care. Maybe that'll help. If being a little tough on him is not working, maybe a little love will help him. And so he did. He took a new approach, said, I'm going to reach out to this guy and really care for him. That was the fellow who took him to the hospital. Wow. We never know. We never know the people that we care for, what will happen. Phenomenal story. This trip, together with 199 other rabbis from campuses across the country, including 30 from Israel, running Chabad houses on college campuses, has been very, very inspiring. We've met with soldiers. Yesterday, we met the soldiers whose job is to identify soldiers who have died and make sure that they are the correct families where they're buried. Um, so many other people that we've met with people who've lost limbs. That mood here is interesting, especially in Jerusalem. There's a sense of fear, but there's also everybody's going about with their regular life because they have to. So the shuk, the market was busy, streets are busy. Generally, there seems to be a certain joie de vivre in Israel, which I think is usually the case. Um, and we're looking forward to a special Shabbat together to inspire others, to inspire the community. Yesterday, dancing with the soldiers, one of my colleagues picked up a little boy, put him on his shoulders. When he returned him after the dancing and after the singing with Yishai Ribo, the famous singer, the mom said to him, you know, this boy's father was killed on October 7th. His uncle is serving in Gaza. The child hasn't smiled in months. Till I saw him on your shoulders with a smile like I've never seen before. So we're here to inspire others, to learn from each other, be ready to come back to campus. But we've received so much inspiration from the people here. It's been very special. I invite you to watch some of the other videos from life in Jerusalem. With that, I wish you a Shabbat Shalom.